Chapter 5. Filling the world with prefabs, effectors, and collectibles. At this point, things are starting to come together and feel a bit like an actual game. So, up to this point, things are feeling like a actual game. We have a very basic 2D level. So, our 2D level is basic. We have a character that we can move around with the arrow keys and the spacebar, and we have working physics. So we have a few little moment up to this stage. That means it can move only with arrow keys and spacebar, but a few things are still little off at the moment, and we are not following all the best practices. The world is also rather empty, devoid of any collectible scenery or even a sky. So in this chapter we will add more details in our game. Now in this chapter we will be looking at how we can begin adding things like trees, coins, and platforms that have special properties. We will also see how to keep better track of all these new elements and streamline our game design process with prefabs. By the end of your game, world will look a lot more colorful, and you will even be able to start creating some basic platform challenges. One thing you may have noticed that isn't quite right at the moment is the fact that we can stick to walls. If we run query into wall and keep holding the arrow keys in that direction, then he will glue himself to surface and stop falling. So here we are using walls. So that is pretty odd behavior for a platform game. So let's stop that from happening. First click the platform you want to edit and then view it in the inspector. Now click add component, physics 2D, area effector 2D. You will then be prompted that you need to tick the box under the box collider 2D that says used by effector. Now try and click on character and stick the character to black, and you will find the simple it simply slips off. In short, platform effector has caused the platform to behave like a platform. Try and jump into platform from underneath and you will notice something else. Squarey can pass through them. You might have played platformers with this feature before, but at the moment we want to turn it off. The reason for this is that as of now, performing this move will break the game. Holding jump will currently cause Query to jump a second time as he passes through the floor, which looks very strange. There are plenty of ways to fix this by using raycasts to check for the ground instead of the system we are currently using, for example, or by simply making the player tap the spacebar a second time before they can jump again. Right now, though, it is easiest just to untick use only one way box, which will allow for some gameplay features like caves and dead ends. So these are new features like caves and dead ends. These are new features. This is a very early example of how your gameplay is going to dictate decisions you make regarding your physics and code. You can not build game engine and design your levels separately. The way the game world behaves should be informed by your game design and vice versa. From form should follow function. In this case, the question is whether you want to design a more fast-paced game that allows the player to seamlessly scale through platforms by tapping jump, or whether you want something a little more puzzle exploration based and maintain the ability to trap them in different sections.